Right, okay, so we obviously viewed a van that was just round the corner the other day. Wasn't quite suitable for what we need, weren't ticking the boxes for us. So we've been continuously looking on Auto Trader to see if we can find the right van. We've looked at a few different options, Fiat Ducato, VW Crafters, Mercedes Sprinter. So each van have sort of got the pros and cons. The Fiat Ducatos and Citroen Relay and the Peugeot Boxer as well, they're all pretty much the same van in terms of like the shape, the shell that it's in, and they are typically wider but shorter. So if you were to plan a van build with a bed that spanned across the width of the van and it needed to be 6 feet, which to be classed as a camper van you need a 6-foot bed in there, they're probably the better van for that layout. If you went with a VW Crafter, you have to start putting side pods on to get that 6 foot across the width, and obviously there's a cost involved in all of that. So the downside to the Fiat Ducatos and the Citroen Relays is that, for us anyway, we don't like the internal structure of the vans. They've got a few little bits in the structure that sort of stick out, and the van walls aren't quite level from like the back end to the front end, so it can be a little bit awkward and a little bit tricky trying to get over them and to get a nice bit finish while working around those little bits. For us, we prefer the internal structure of the VW Crafters because they're nice and flat from front to back. They do have a slight curve on like that from floor to ceiling. That's typical with all vans. We've actually seen a VW Crafter that's about an hour away from us. It looks pretty tidy. So next port of call is to go and have a look at that. So me and Tommy are going to head over there now. Come along and we'll see what this one's all about. So this is the van that we've seen anyway. So it's your 71 plate Crafter. The seats, the upholstery all look intact, nice and tidy. Cab looks pretty neat. Bit of racking in the back that we'll have to rip out anyway. But yeah, the bodywork looks neat and tidy as well from what you can see from the pictures. Obviously we'll have to have a closer look when we get up there, but a few things we need to look out for, or that I usually look out for when viewing a van, is making sure that all the seals around the doors are intact and that they close nice and firmly against the seals. What you don't want is drafts coming in once you build your van. Also, always have a look on top of the roof as well, because you sometimes get it where people have gone through like a low bridge or a barrier or something. What you don't want is any scrapes or any dents on the roof where water can sit, and if there is a scrape, then you'll obviously get rust in those areas as well. So a few little pointers to look out for. The engine side of things I'm not too clued up on, so I won't try and give you any advice on that side of things, but always just take it for the test drive and make sure that there isn't any noises. Check the oil, do all of that. Let's go and see what it's all about then. Yeah, there he is. Is that it? That's the one. So we just took the van for a little test drive, had a little wander around. The bodywork's as good as it seemed on the pictures. Drives great, no complaints about anything really. So we're committing to it. I'm gonna get inside now, get the deal finalised, and then get the van back to the workshop. Here you go, lad! Ah. Woo! So here she is, back in the workshop. Didn't skip a beat on the way home. Tommy drove it back. Yeah, happy with the mechanics. As I said, the bodywork's immaculate. Can't really find a blemish anywhere on the bodywork. I don't know whether you can see that from the video or not. But yeah, really happy with it. Even got a little £1,000 knocked off. Bartered with the fella and got a little bit of a discount. 5 berth on a medium wheelbase. It's gonna be a bit of a task, but looking forward to getting stuck into it, getting a little bit creative with the design and the layout. And as we've mentioned before, we want your input as well on some of the features in here. So stay tuned. We'll be making a start on this one pretty soon.